It didn't feel like a big problem. That was the worst part. The habit that quietly destroyed my progress looked harmless at first. I thought it was normal. I thought it was part of the process. I thought it meant I was staying engaged. It didn't. It was slowly making me worse. The habit was this. I kept checking the market way too much. Not because I needed to, because I was anxious. I'd open the chart, close it, then open it again a few minutes later. Then again. I told myself I was being disciplined. I told myself I was staying ready. I told myself I didn't want to miss a move. But what I was really doing was feeding stress. And once stress gets involved, trading stops feeling objective. Everything starts feeling urgent. Everything starts feeling important. Everything starts feeling like it needs a reaction. That's where I got myself in trouble. At the time, I honestly believed this habit made me a serious trader. I thought serious traders were always watching, always ready, always locked in. So I treated the chart like it was something I had to stay glued to. If price moved a little, I checked. If it paused, I checked. If it pulled back, I checked. If nothing happened, I checked anyway. That sounds ridiculous now, but in the moment, it felt responsible. I thought I was being sharp. I thought I was protecting myself. I thought if I watched closely enough, I'd catch the perfect setup. What actually happened was the opposite. The more I watched, the more nervous I got. Every candle looked meaningful. Every small move looked like a signal. Every pause looked like a warning. I wasn't reading the market clearly anymore. I was reacting to it emotionally. And once that started happening, my decisions got worse. I'd enter too early because I was tired of waiting. I'd exit too soon because I was scared of losing open profit. I'd force a trade just to feel involved. I'd sit through bad setups because I didn't want to admit I was off. The habit wasn't helping me stay informed. It was making me unstable. What feels like awareness can actually be self-sabotage. That was hard for me to accept because in my head, this looked like commitment. But commitment and obsession are not the same thing. I had crossed that line without noticing. And once I did, the market stopped being a place where I made calm decisions. It became a place where I managed anxiety. That is a terrible way to trade. The deeper issue was that I didn't know how to leave the market alone. I thought if I stayed close enough, I'd be ready when the move came. But what I was really doing was creating pressure. I kept making the market feel urgent, even when it wasn't. That urgency changed me. It made me rush. It made me hesitate. It made me second guess. It made me open trades before I should have. And because I was constantly checking, I never gave my mind a break long enough to reset. That matters more than people think. Trading is not just about finding setups. It's about the state you're in when you see them. If you're anxious, you don't see clearly. If you're impatient, you don't wait clearly. If you're frustrated, you don't execute clearly. So the habit wasn't just wasting time. It was changing my judgment. There was one stretch where I was checking the chart so often that I started feeling stressed before the trade even happened. That's when I should have noticed something was wrong. Because if you're already tense before the setup is even there, you're not in the right headspace. I remember staring at the screen for no reason. Not studying, not reviewing, just staring, waiting for something to happen. Anything. And the more I waited, the more restless I got. That restlessness made me do stupid things. I'd jump into random setups just to stop feeling stuck. Then I'd get annoyed when they didn't work. Then I'd check more. Then I'd feel worse. It became a loop. A noisy, anxious, expensive loop. And the worst part was that I kept thinking the answer was to stay even more engaged. It wasn't. I needed less stimulation, not more. Tiny habits do not stay tiny if you repeat them every day. That was the lesson I didn't understand early enough. I thought checking too much was just a personality quirk. It wasn't. It was a decision-making problem because every extra look at the chart gave my brain another chance to panic, another chance to imagine danger, another chance to create urgency where none was needed. That's how a habit quietly destroys progress. Not all at once, not dramatically, slowly. And slowly is dangerous because you get used to it. You stop noticing the damage because it becomes your normal. What finally helped me was creating distance. I didn't need to be attached to the chart every second. I needed rules for when I checked and when I stepped away. I needed to stop treating the market like it was an emergency room. That one realization changed a lot. I started giving myself boundaries. I didn't stare all day. I didn't refresh constantly. I didn't react to every tiny move. I let the setup develop without my nervous system reacting to every wiggle. And when I did that, I noticed something important. I thought better. I was calmer. I was more patient. I was less desperate. And when I was less desperate, I made cleaner decisions. That's when I understood the real lesson. Sometimes the thing you think is keeping you prepared is actually the thing keeping you stuck. If a habit is quietly destroying your progress, do this. 1. Identify the habit honestly. Don't minimize it just because it seems small. 2. Track how often you do it. If you can't measure it, you can't fix it. 3. Find the emotion behind it. Is it anxiety, boredom, fear, FOMO? 4. Set a boundary. Give yourself specific times to check the market instead of staring all day. 5. Replace the habit with a better one. Use the space for journaling, reviewing, or stepping away from the screen. 6. Notice what changes. When you check less, your thinking gets clearer faster than you expect. 7. Stop rewarding obsession. Looking busy is not the same as being effective. The habit that quietly destroyed my progress wasn't dramatic. It didn't blow up my account overnight. It didn't look dangerous at first. It just slowly made me more anxious, more reactive, and more impatient. And that's why it was so hard to catch, because it looked normal. Once I saw it clearly, I started giving myself more space. And that space helped more than I expected. Not because trading got easier, because I stopped making it harder. If If this hit home, subscribe. I make videos about the real side of trading, the habits, the mindset, and the mistakes that slowly destroy progress. And if you have one habit like this, comment quiet below, because a lot of traders have something small that's costing them big.